and that she allegedly might have leaked them. I don't know, someone told me this, don't shoot me. Hi and welcome to Film Talk. I'm Kjersti Flaa, and here on my channel I talk about my good and bad experiences in Hollywood and working as an entertainment reporter. Woof, so much is happening, you guys. I don't know where to start this episode. First of all, I saw in the Daily Mail this morning that Hugh Jackman and Taylor Swift will get a subpoena, probably most likely this week. So they will have to be deposed by Brian Friedman and tell their side of the story. So it looks like Blake Lively wasn't able to get her friend out of this subpoena, and I can't wait to see what happens. I don't know, we're probably not going to know what they're saying until the day they meet in court, but this is really interesting. I also saw yesterday that Blake Lively has added an attorney to her team, which to me says that she is starting to freak out a little bit. As you know, there's been so much backlash from this shady sham lawsuit that they filed in September to get access to Stephanie Jones's phone that she got from Jennifer Abel, and they've been criticized everywhere for that. So this new attorney, her name is Laura Prather. She's from Hayes and Bones. I don't know much about her. Here's a photo of her. It says that she's recognized nationally and internationally as a fearless freedom of expression advocate. So yeah, let's see what she can do for Blake Lively, because right now it looks pretty bad for her. I was watching Ask Two Lawyers, my favorite lawyers here on YouTube. I had them on my show a couple of times, and I was watching their episode, I think it was from yesterday, where they were talking to the Daily Mail reporter, Josh Boswell, I think his name was, and because he was the one who broke the story in the Daily Mail. I know that without a crystal ball, to give her credit, she broke the story first on her channel. But anyways, they were having this conversation with the journalist from the Daily Mail, and they came up with this one point. I didn't know about this, but this is so telling.
Strikes me is that my understanding is that when Stephanie Jones took the phone from Jen Abel, that happened in California. My understanding is Abel went into the office, Jones' work office in California. That's where she worked. She was met by Stephanie Jones, a security guard and a lawyer, and they took the phone from her in California. Now, the question in our minds, and Stuart and I were talking about this morning, you cannot take a subpoena in New York and just automatically enforce it in California. When a subpoena crosses state lines, you have to there's a procedure you have to follow. If they were going to enforce that in California, they would have had to have gotten a California subpoena issued. And I'm assuming that you only saw one subpoena. You didn't see two different subpoenas.
That's correct. We only saw one subpoena. It was very much just linked to this New York case.
Yes, so the lawsuit was in New York, but the subpoena was where? As they're saying, you know, if you subpoena someone in New York, they have to be in New York. There's different rules in California. And also they were talking about, I didn't know that this evidence actually existed. I actually misspoke about this. I said that Leslie Sloan, Blake Lively's publicist, had called Jennifer Abel to say that she had seen the text, but she didn't call Jennifer Abel. She called Melissa Nathan, who is the crisis manager who Justin Baldoni hired to help him when Blake Lively started plugging bad publicity stories about him. So Leslie Sloan called Melissa Nathan on August 21st. This was absolutely before they filed that lawsuit on September 27th and before the subpoena was issued on October 1st. So that could be a really big problem for them, because there is a phone log showing that that phone call took place. I don't know if anyone recorded it, but why would Leslie Sloan call Melissa Nathan? She would have to explain that. Also, like the lawyers are speculating here, the only reason why they would have legal access to what's in that phone is if Samantha Jones, I always call her Samantha Jones, That is Kim Cattrall's name in Sex and the City, and she is a PR person there called Samantha Jones. But Stephanie Jones, Stephanie Jones would have to take Jennifer Abel's phone with her to New York, but still the subpoena wouldn't be valid. And they're also asking the question I've been asking so many times already. How did they know that this evidence existed unless Stephanie Jones told them so? And also they said that it would be so easy for Stephanie Jones to say, you know, when she received that subpoena, she could have just said, I don't want to give this to you, and it wouldn't be a problem. She would just have to like sign off somewhere that she wasn't interested in giving up this information, and she should have given it to her ex-client, Justin Baldoni and Wayfair, and told them about it. Like, this is, someone's going to look into you, here you deal with it. She didn't. Obviously, she just gave it away and said that she was obliged to do so. Anyways, you guys should watch that entire episode that I'm referring to here on Ask Two Lawyers. I will leave a link below to them, and hopefully I'll get them on my channel again soon. I love them. So yeah. Also, there's been a video resurfacing where Reese Witherspoon apparently is shading Blake Lively. But before I get into that, I wanted to thank the sponsor of this video, Lumi. As you know, I'm in Spain, it's April, it's spring, it's kind of like summer weather here, and I like to be prepared. And I brought my favorite deodorants with me. I love being active outdoors, I love playing tennis, and here in Spain I play paddle, and I love to go for long walks, I love to go to the beach, and I never want to worry about not feeling fresh. What I love about Lumi is that you can get so many different scents, and they all smell so fresh and natural. This stick deodorant smells like coconut, and you can use them all over your body. It's also great that none of them leave any residue, and it lasts for 72 hours. I just love bringing these wipes with me on the plane when I flew here from LA. They smell like fresh cucumber, and you're ready to get off the plane and feeling quite fresh. I mean, I never feel fresh after a long flight, but this certainly helped. And also bring with me this spray. It's like a soft powder that's invisible and no residue. Another important thing for me is that all their products are paraben free, they're baking soda free, and they're pH balanced. Lumi Starter Pack is perfect for all new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, a cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like the mini body wash or the deodorant wipes, and you get free shipping. As a special offer, with my exclusive code, new customers get 15% off all Lumi products. And if you combine the 15% off with the already discounted starter pack, that equals over 40% off their starter pack. Use code Kjersti for 15% off your first purchase at lumideodorant.com. That's Kjersti at lumideodorant.com. Please support my show and tell them that I sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Lumi. So Reese Witherspoon is one of the most powerful women in Hollywood, and I feel like people really respect her. I've met her a few times. I think she's a little intimidating, but I really like her. She's honest, she's open, she's bold. She doesn't come off as fake to me, and I love that she called out people. This was back when people were a little more honest and open. This was back in 2011.
At Sunday night's MTV Movie Awards, Reese Witherspoon accepted the Generation Award. And like most acceptance speeches, she thanked her fans. But not without taking a few stabs at Kim Kardashian and Blake Lively.
When I came up in this business, if you made a sex tape, you were embarrassed and you hid it under your bed. And like if you took naked pictures of yourself on your cell phone, you hide your face, people. Like, hide your face.
So back in 2011, there was a scandal that naked pictures of Blake Lively had been leaked to the internet. I've heard from sources, I'm not going to say that this is correct, I just had someone tell me this, but I'm just going to put it out there as allegedly, that there's been also a lot of videos about Blake Lively and Ben Affleck during the time that she was shooting The Town with him in 2010. And what I heard is that allegedly she sent these photos to him, and that Jennifer Garner found them, and that she allegedly might have leaked them. I don't know, someone told me this, don't shoot me, it's just allegedly. Anyways, Reese Witherspoon was definitely having a dig at Blake Lively here, although Blake Lively's team says it's not true and it was never her in those photos, and they were all like they were fake photos. I have to say, I feel really sorry for any woman who had any pictures of themselves being naked, being leaked on the internet. That must be an horrific, horrific experience. And I really don't wish that upon anyone. So, but that being said, it's funny now that all these stories keep popping up again from Blake Lively's past. And yeah, there's a lot of stories of her and Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner being jealous and refusing Ben to work with Ryan because of it. And I don't know what's true and what's not. They're the only people who know the real truth here. But I think to everyone who really wants to send naked pictures to someone, I think listen to Reese Witherspoon here, always hide your face, because you never know what could happen. There could be leaks. I remember the awful thing that happened to Jennifer Lawrence as well. That was horrible, and I don't wish, as I said, I don't wish that upon anyone. Also, Ryan Reynolds just posted a new Mint Mobile commercial with himself. I don't get it how they actually still use him as a spokesperson for the brand, because when you are promoting something and you have to turn off the comment section, that's not good PR, people.
Who thought this was a good idea?
Yeah, I think Ryan should probably not be the face of Mint Mobile right now. I don't think he's selling more phone subscriptions, even though it's cheap and he's trying to be funny, but yeah. Also in the news today was that Demi Moore is crowned to be the most beautiful person in 2025. I have some opinions about this. Don't hate me, but I have to say that judging someone on their appearance and rewarding them for it in the first place, I think it's just so 1965. So that's that. And then also rewarding someone that obviously has done so much work to their face that they're almost unrecognizable because they crave to look youthful. I don't think that is a beauty standard that should be applauded. I don't know, don't shoot me. And the thing is with this is like, look, she's 62 and she's still beautiful. And the reason why you're saying that is because there is an industry out there making billions of trillions of dollars of women always trying to look young, because we feel like if we look young, we are beautiful, and that's what matters. And that's where I have an issue. Why are we still talking about beauty? We've been trying to like rebrand beauty and make different beauty standards, and let's redefine beauty. To me, it's like you're still saying that all that matters is that you're beautiful. Even if you are bigger, if you are like all different skin colors, if you're skinny, if you're big, no matter what, you're beautiful. But it's like, but you still have to be beautiful. And that's where the problem is. It's that we're still talking about the value of a woman is put on her beauty, on her appearance. We don't need more definitions of beauty. We need to free ourselves from these beauty standards. It's airbrushed and styled, and as long as you don't have any visible lines on your face, you're beautiful. I just feel it's so damaging for women in general. And I'm not saying anything bad about Demi Moore. I think she looks gorgeous, but I still think she looks like she has just done a lot of stuff to her face. And I think it's happening to so many women in Hollywood. They're doing so much stuff to their face that I sometimes have problems believing them in parts. I was talking about it the other day with Nicole Kidman. Her face is so distracting to me now that I can't focus on the character she's playing. And then you have women like Kate Winslet, who just look so natural. I feel like she's my favorite person in Hollywood. She's such a good role model, I think. She doesn't care. She's honest. She let herself be herself. She's not afraid to be ugly in movies. She's not afraid to show herself barefaced. But I think crowning someone as beautiful when they're altered everything about themselves to look young, I don't think that should be applauded for all of us, because it's not good for any of us to have role models like that. And I think also people should evolve behind like calling a woman the most beautiful, that's like the, you know, this is a high reward for you to be called beautiful and be on a list. It's not. They should make the list the boldest, the most badass woman out there. Just idealizing timeless beauty is just pushing anti-aging products on us.
One beauty just is. It's authenticity. It's positivity. Beauty comes out of comfort with being exactly who you are.
I mean, I have to admit, I am also scared of aging, and I look at myself in the mirror, and every time I look, I find something that I don't like. Like, what is that wrinkle thing here? What is this here? But the thing is, when I look at the people who go and fix their faces and put all this stuff in their faces, it doesn't make them look younger. It just makes people look a little weird. When I see a fresh face, like, for example, Amy Lee Wood in The White Lotus, who actually has a natural face. She's young, but she's imperfect, and that's what everyone noticed. They're like, why hasn't she fixed her teeth? Her teeth are standing out like that. She got so much attention because of that. But I have to say, watching her on screen, how alive she was compared to all those other women in the show who was stiff-faced, I really loved her character so much. And I think it's because I just love watching her, because she looks like a normal human being. I feel like every woman should make their own choices. You know, if you feel much better with injecting fillers and Botox. I've done Botox myself. I didn't really like it. I looked weird with it, so I decided not to do it. I feel like everyone should make their own choice, and I'm not judging anyone who wants to do that. And I think like 90% of my friends are doing it. But I still feel like so many are going overboard, like we see in Hollywood. People are going overboard, and now it's looked at as beauty. And that's where I have a problem. Next year, people make it the most fearless woman, the most accomplished woman, something interesting that the rest of us can look up to. I absolutely think that Demi Moore should be celebrated. She did a great job in The Substance, the movie, which is ironically about a woman who will not accept that she's getting older, and she will sacrifice anything to look young. I love the concept of the movie, then I think it derailed and I didn't like the ending and it just ruined it for me. But she did a great job in it, and I think we should celebrate Demi Moore, but not for her appearance. I did actually have some conversations with actresses about this, and I just loved what Emma Thompson said in this interview. I think it's about 10 years ago she told me this, but I just loved it so much.
I think aging's great. I never minded it. We never minded it.
So hard to talk with your stomach sucked in the whole time.
No, it's just no effort at all.
Oh dear. It's just there.
You can't do anything about it, so why bother?
Yes.
Why bother? And why would you want to keep on injecting yourself and cutting yourself open and taking these out and putting stuff in? It's psychotic. It's bonkers.
It is.
It's really bonkers.
It's a terrible state of affairs. We will look back on this time in society.
Yeah, and say we all lost our minds. We lost our minds.
So, and the manipulation in society now through product placement, etc., and beautification of young men and young women.
And the sexualization and advertising and aspirational advertising, which says if you get this, you'll be like this. Right. We're surrounded by, I mean, we have to have a revolution on this front. We really do. Young people have to revolutionize themselves and say, no more. Yeah. No, you stop selling to me. You stop selling me this shit, because this is f***ing my life up. Yeah. Maybe not using that language.
No, but it's just it needs that kind of language.
It does actually. It needs to be very strong. Yeah.
And they've got their teeth in this right now. Mm-hmm. You know, the media has, especially for the younger generation.